You all have to follow certain SDG goals. So our tool helps you report those metrics.
ठीक है, हमें female entrepreneurs चाहिए, but once they shortlist you, that's where the prejudices comes in.
हम कहीं आगे बढ़ते हैं तो हमें और ज़्यादा सपोर्ट की जाती है.
Women's health is, always considered taboo.
I think they underestimated my age.
Mobility is something women deal with every other day.
हमें तो ये कहा जाता है कि मतलब women's नहीं करेंगी ये सारे काम.
Majority matchmakers are not very well educated.
Okay, wherever you go, you'll hear this word sustainability. आपका platform कितना sustainable है?
So I personally have 2 kids and I'm married, and so people are like, how will you take up this business so seriously?
To seek help, it is just that कि उसमें barriers इतने ज़्यादा आ जाते हैं that they're unable to get to resolve it for themselves.
It's a hat that you wear and then you're on your toes all the time.
Entrepreneurship and getting into a startup is not easy.
Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is Mariam Jamal and welcome to a very inspiring episode of Women Entrepreneurs of Asia in partnership with NIC Karachi. Pakistan's startup ecosystem is evolving rapidly and women are no longer participating, but they're building solutions that are changing industries. From women's healthcare to matchmaking communities, from mobility to enterprise SaaS platforms, these women are solving real problems with purpose and resilience. Today, we're joined by 4 incredible women founders incubated at NIC Karachi. Please welcome Dua Siddiqui from Skidford, Sabah Nisar from Saheli, we have Fakeha Khan from Two Rings Global, and we have Rabia Adil from Safira. Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम सलाम.
क्या हाल है आप लोगों के?
All good, alhamdulillah.
So happy to have you all here together. And it's the very first time we're sitting with a panel of women entrepreneurs, incredible women entrepreneurs. So let's talk first about the human side before the business side. So tell us a little about yourselves. Sabah, I'll start with you.
My name is Sabah Nisar and I'm a media graduate. And for the past 7 years, I've been working in public health.
Great.
My name is Fakeha. I'm an IBA graduate. I graduated in 2016, worked in different sectors, including fintech, hospitality. I've headed marketing for a few, e-commerce platforms and everything. Now working on my own project.
Hi, so I'm Dua Siddiqui. And I started my career as a business analyst. I'm a MS graduate from NAD University and currently running my own startup.
Hi, I am Rabia and I'm media science student in Zabist, and recently I'm doing my startup Safira, and I'm housewife as well.
Lovely to know about you guys. So, every startup generally starts with out of curiosity, or sometimes it's frustration. There is personal experiences, right? So, Sabah, what problem are you solving? What is Saheli about?
So I think my startup comes from personal experience. I've been working in public health and I've closely worked with government-led initiatives. And I had the opportunity to travel across remote Sindh, Gotki, Tharparkar, Mithi, in areas mein jana was very frequent, related to my job. So वहाँ जाके I got the exposure कि they do have digital gadgets in hand. They don't have access to technology, but they do have gadgets in hand. They're using it. कोई ना कोई problem वो उससे resolve करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं in their daily life. So that was where I got the idea that I saw a lot of women struggling with their pregnancies के basic information नहीं है उनके पास. If they're struggling with hepatitis, if they're ongoing hormonal issues hain, so they don't know about it, and not until a doctor visits them in their area, कोई camp नहीं लगे या कोई ऐसा issue resolve नहीं हो रहा from the other end, वो problem ही रहता है. So that's where I got the idea that we need a platform कि जहाँ पे reproductive health issues को resolve किया जा रहा है, not just related to reproductive health, overall health issues को address किया जा रहा हो for the women.
Right, and that's when you realize that
that's
women
when,
in Pakistan needed this
they
platform.
Need a space like that. So that's where I found it. Really.
Great, amazing startup. Fakeha, Two Rings Global has grown massively as a community-first platform, mashallah. So how did you start on it?
So I have been very active during my university days, very active at extracurriculars, and very, like a lot of people knew me. And then I did create a few other communities, like careers in Pakistan and salons in Pakistan. So because of that, a lot of people knew me. And after I got married, so like a lot of people would tell me, my friends would tell me, and my, somebody like my aunts or uncles would tell me, if you know somebody nice, so please refer kar dena, like help us do this matchmaking, wo uske liye. So I was like, okay, I'll let you know. So this was there. So I felt, why do we not create, since I was into community building, I was like, why don't we have a community for matchmaking? And I mean, this could be a close community with women only. So we started with women only. And then a lot of men would tell me that, and even girls would tell me that, we'd prefer if our brother or our father would be, can post for us or look for us. So we started adding men also. And it was a closed community for 1,000 people for around 1 year. But then a lot of people were like, we want to be part of this community. And this is when we started adding almost like everyone through there was a check. But then a lot of people other than my immediate circle also got, like people were like, please add them and this and that. So this is how we started growing. And soon after, we had a few, successful matches. And now we have had over 600 successful marriages through touring. So yeah.
Rabia, Safira is tackling one of the biggest issues in Pakistan, which I believe women face daily, right? Which is safe transportation. So what's your vision about it?
इसके बीच यही विजन है कि हम लोग हमारे पास कोई ऐसा एक प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है कि अगर हमें कोई इकोनॉमिकली जाना हो कहीं पर भी, गर्ल्स को यूनिवर्सिटीज़ गोइंग या ऑफिस गोइंग जो विमेंस होती हैं, तो हमने यही सोचा है कि उनके लिए कोई ऐसा एक प्लेटफॉर्म हो कि हम उनको ये सेफ़ राइड दे सकें और इकोनॉमिकली भी हो कि अब मुझे कहीं जाना है और फ़ौरन जाना है और मुझे ये लगता है कि मैं अगर किसी और ट्रांसपोर्ट को ज्वाइन करूँगी तो वो मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा पड़ेगा। तो हमने ये इसको स्टार्ट किया है कि हम विमेन और बाय विमेन हों कि हमारे पास एक लड़की आए और मैं उसके साथ बैठूं सेफली, कंफर्टेबली। मुझे ये ना हो कि कोई और है, कोई और जेंडर है, मुझे किसी और के साथ बैठना पड़ रहा है और वो हमें आराम से ले जाए। और इसके अंदर हमने जो पुलिस को इन्वॉल्व किया है, ट्रैफिक को इन्वॉल्व किया है, ताकि हम सेफली, अगर कोई किसी को ऐसा लगता है कि ये सेफ़ जगह नहीं है या मेरे साथ कोई और प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, तो वो उसको डायरेक्टली पुलिस और ट्रैफिक से कनेक्ट कर सकती है। तो हमने मतलब सिर्फ ये नहीं सोचा कि सिर्फ गर्ल्स ये करें, लेकिन हमने उसको अपनी सेफ्टी के लिए भी सोचा है।
That's great. Lovely to know. Dua, Skidford operates in ESG and SaaS space, right?
Exactly.
So, which is like a very different world compared to others. So, can you tell us a little about it? What are you building exactly?
Sure. So Skidford is basically a product-based company, and one of our product is ESGenta. It's basically a non-financial reporting compliance tool. I'm sure you might not be familiar with these tools, but this is basically a non-financial reporting in which we are following certain 17 SDG goals that are prescribed by the government, and we have to follow these rules. So this tool is for every industry, whether you're from textile, oil and gas, or fintech. You all have to follow certain SDG goals in order to make environment friendly. So our tool helps you report those metrics, and it lets you know whether your product or your industry is environmental friendly or not. So that's the basic goal of our product, ESGenta.
Rabia, mobility is something women deal with every other day. Was there any personal experience or any incident that happened which made you build this platform today?
मोबिलिटी तो सबके लिए प्रॉब्लम है। जिस भी वुमेन से पूछो वो यही कहती है कि हमारे पास ये गैप है कि हमें कहीं जाना है और हम यही सोचते हैं कि हमें कोई छोड़ दे या हमें कोई और ट्रांसपोर्ट हमें लेनी है। तो अगर ये एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है कि अगर ये हम बिल्कुल इसको ऑफिशियली इतना ऑन कर देते हैं कि सारी वुमेन्स तक ये चीज़ पहुंच जाए। अवेयरनेस भी अभी ज़रूरी है इसमें, अभी हम उसके ऊपर भी काम कर रहे हैं। तो फिर किसी विमेन को ये नहीं प्रॉब्लम होगी कि हमें जाना है और हम किसी की एक रेफरेंस से बैठे हुए हैं कि हमने नहीं जा सकते हैं हम। और दूसरा हम ये भी देख रहे हैं कि बाहर जितनी विमेंस को प्रॉब्लम होती है वॉशरूम्स के लिए, या उनको रेस्ट करना है, उनको नमाज़ पढ़नी है, तो वो सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हम उसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि सिर्फ ये नहीं कि हम विमेंस को बाहर निकालें और उनके लिए कोई सेफ्टी ना हो, उनके लिए कोई ऐसा जाने की रेस्ट रूम की जगह ना हो, तो
Right.
उस सब चीज़ों को भी हम सोच के ये काम कर रहे हैं।
Right. What kind of stories from women made this feel very urgent?
मेरी एक फ्रेंड भी हैं और मेरी एक रिलेटिव भी हैं जो बहुत ज़्यादा क्राइसिस में आ गई थी, और उन्होंने कहा था कि मैं कोई ऐसा प्रोफेशन ज्वाइन कर सकूं जो मैं जाऊं और मैं अपने बच्चों को सुबह छोड़ लूं और उसके बाद मैं कुछ ऐसा काम कर लूं कि फिर उसके बाद मुझे दोपहर स्कूल से लेना हो और फिर उसके बाद मैं दोबारा अपने जॉब पर ज्वाइन कर लूँ। तो ऐसे कोई जॉब कोई भी नहीं देता कि आप सुबह जाएं अपने बच्चों को, फिर आप ऑफ़ कर लें, उसके बाद आप फिर जॉब करें, फिर आप कोई और काम करें, मतलब साथ साथ अपनी फैमिली को भी देखना है अगर उनके पास कोई और है नहीं उनकी फैमिली में। तो उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि मैं ऐसा क्या कर सकती हूँ, तो और उनको बाइक भी मतलब आती थी चलाना। ऐसे मुझे ऐसी सिंगल मदर्स की मैंने रोड पर ऐसी स्टोरीज़ देखी हैं जो वो मुझे कहती हैं कि हम सिंगल मदर हैं और ये देखें मेरी छोटी बेटी मेरे बराबर में। तो मैं उनको रोक के पूछती हूँ कि क्या आप ये प्लेटफॉर्म ज्वाइन करेंगी, तो वो कहती हैं कि हाँ मुझे बहुत ज़रूरत है इस प्लेटफॉर्म की, क्योंकि मेरे पास बाइक ही है और मेरा पर्पस सिर्फ मैं हूँ और मेरी फैमिली है और मेरी एक सवारी है, तो मैं इस प्लेटफॉर्म को ज्वाइन करना चाह रही हूँ। तो मैंने 2-3 स्टोरीज ऐसी देखी हैं मेरे रिलेटिव में और मेरे बाहर, और एक जो मार्ट की एक लड़की की कहानी भी यही है कि उसने मुझे कहा है कि मेरे पास और कोई पर्पज़ नहीं, मतलब मेरी ऐसी कोई एजुकेशन नहीं है कि मैं कोई और प्लेटफॉर्म ज्वाइन कर सकूं। और मैं मॉल्स भी ज्वाइन करके देख चुकी हूँ, तो वहाँ पर भी मुझे ना तो मुझे ऐसी कोई टाइमिंग्स मिल रही हैं, और मैं अगर मुझे बाइक आती है और मुझे बाहर की कोई जॉब मिल रही है तो मैं ज़रूर करूँगी। तो हमने इसलिए भी इस प्लेटफॉर्म को सोचा है करने के लिए।
Acha, what's one thing that people completely underestimated about your industry? Each one of you answer me.
So, like, if I talk about matchmaking as something in the Pakistan community and not global, although tourings now is global, but like if we talk about our culture, it's such a taboo topic in general. Any जो भी matchmakers होती भी हैं, उसमें बहुत majority matchmakers are not very well educated, and somebody who's well educated and has a good background would not get into a profession which is more of a taboo. Like थोड़ा सा अजीब होता है ना, लाइक वो मतलब रिश्ता कराने वाली आंटी, दैट इज लाइक यू नो लाइक सो यू नो दैट इज हाउ पीपल टेक इट एज, बट दिस इज आई बिलीव इट इज सच अ इम्पोर्टेंट business. Like, it's not a business, but it's something so important to anybody. It's so high involvement. It's about your entire lives. 2 people who are getting married, it's 2 families, there's future children jo honge, like whoever's, you know, like it involves a lot of people, and it's really, it impacts your life, I believe, in the most serious ways. But then you're so casual about it. Jo bhi aapki, you know, like if you're looking for a partner, you just opt for somebody who your father knows, yeah, somebody in your neighborhood or something along those lines. So anybody or everybody would feel like, you know, this is a profession that, you know, somebody would not want to get into, and it was very looked down upon. But however, I feel it's very high involvement, and this is why you know, I don't feel like, I'm not ashamed of, you know, running a community which is for matchmaking. So yeah,
I think they underestimated my age. What I can say, yeah, like I started this career when I was 21 years old. So I was very young, and leaving my like my 9-to-5 job and my, you know, a stable monthly income over this new startup was a bit challenging for me, and they underestimated it, and the people were like, you will not be able to continue, you won't be able to make it grow. But here I am, it's been 3 to 4 years, and alhamdulillah, I've did it, and I'm going to go bigger.
That's lovely. Sabha,
I think I'd agree about the age.
age part.
Like
Acha,
they be like,
you also
you're
face
too,
the same?
yes, you are way too young to be running this. You need somebody else with you.
हमें तो यही कहा जाता है कि मतलब विमेंस नहीं करेंगी ये सारे काम, और वो छोड़ देंगी ये काम, बाहर का काम है कौन करेगा।
I can say, मुझे पता है इसमें तो ये underestimation आती होगी. So there are always conversations around, you know, women entrepreneurs in Pakistan, you know. ये भी एक I guess इसको हम taboo की तरह use कर रहे होते हैं. I don't know why, but here I hear it a lot, right? So I want you guys to answer me this very honestly. Have you guys ever felt that you guys are treated little differently just because you are a women founder?
So honestly, I feel that it impacts you in both like it has both. I faced both better, like, sorry, I'll just redo it. So yeah, I would just like to say that it does benefit you, as well as, yes, there are some disadvantages, but there are people who look down upon you. They feel, oh, you can never be so serious. You have so I personally have 2 kids, and like I'm married, and so people are like, how will you take up this business so seriously and all that. However, I feel a lot of people do give you that sort of benefit, and they do understand your problems. So I think it's both.
I think it has always benefited me, to be honest. Like, I'm surrounded with the most beautiful people around me, and it includes my brother, my relatives, my colleagues, and everyone. They've supported me to an extent that, like, I'm the first woman entrepreneur in my family. So I've taken all the support, and I feel privileged, to be honest.
Over the moon.
Yeah, I'm over to the moon.
Lovely. Sabah.
I think like advantage तो you do get, like if you're in room and they be like कि ठीक है हमें female entrepreneurs चाहिए, but once they shortlist you, that's where the like prejudices comes in. Okay, we'll offer you less equity because the risk is very high. I think stuff like that. I think shortlist, so it's like the easiest thing to do because you're like in the minority. But the second part gets very difficult. That's where you face all of these things.
Nabia.
मुझे ये लगता है कि हम लोगों को अगर हम विमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर हो तो हमें ज़्यादा सपोर्ट करें सारे कंपनीज और सारे.
But did you ever feel that you were treated differently because of that?
नहीं, बल्कि मुझे ये एक पॉजिटिव पार्ट और एक हमारा मुझे लगता है कि हमें एक पॉजिटिव पार्ट है हमारा कि अगर हम कहीं आगे बढ़ते हैं तो हमें और ज़्यादा सपोर्ट की जाती है कि आपने कोशिश की है तो हम उसको और मज़ीद आपको ज़्यादा हेल्प करेंगे एज़ कम्पेयर टू मेंस एंटरप्रेन्योर.
Sabab, women's health is always considered taboo in conversations, right? So did that ever create resistance while building Saheli?
Of course. I think जब हम start भी कर रहे थे तो why specifically for women? It can be for anybody. But I think the main cause is like women accessing the healthcare is itself a problem in Pakistan. सबसे ज़्यादा difficulty उनको ही होती है. If they have to go to a hospital, उनको पहले they have to take permission from their family. They have to schedule an appointment. फिर they have to like resolve the mobility problem कि किसके साथ जाएंगी, कैसे जाएंगी. फिर if they are like able to secure an appointment, they're there. फिर उनको प्रीवियस सारा इशू नहीं पता कि what's the history like, उन्होंने लास्ट लैब टेस्ट कब करवाए थे and all of that. So I think it's self accessibility is a problem for women in Pakistan. तो वो उनके लिए ना हेल्थ केयर एक्सेस करना it's one thing, awareness ना होना it's another thing, and then फिर to be able to resolve that problem for themselves, it is then again another issue for them. So I think that's where like it is very important कि सिर्फ जो इनिशिएटिव लिए जा रहे हैं फॉर लाइक विमेन विद रिगार्ड्स टू विमेन हेल्थ केयर, दे हैव टू बी वेरी श्योर कि हम सिर्फ ख़वातीन के लिए कर रहे हैं, सो दे आर एबल टू रीच देम. क्योंकि अगर हम सब एक ही सोल्यूशन डिज़ाइन करते हैं फॉर मेन एंड विमेन इन पाकिस्तान, सो हमारे वही हो जाता है कैंप लगाया ख़वातीन नहीं आएंगी, आदमी आ गए पूरी चीज़ रिजॉल्व हो गई. सो आई थिंक दैट्स वेयर वी फेस इट. सो इट हैज़ टू बी अ वुमेन लेड एंड वुमेन लाइक फॉर वुमेन प्लेटफॉर्म ताकि वो ज़्यादा सिक्योर फील करें टू गेट हेल्प.
Yeah, right. That's so true. Dua, these ESG spaces, they're perceived highly technical, right? So did you ever feel that you had to prove your credibility more for it?
Definitely.
Did you ever feel it?
Yeah, like definitely. Although I am from a technical background, but this ESG compliance is more towards financing and accounting.
Yeah.
So, like you should be pretty much clear in terms of, like compliance and all of those things. So that was very challenging for me, and all thanks to my partner. He has that finance background and he was really good at it. So we used to, we used to cope up with each other. We used to go and learn these things. And there was one consultant as well who guided us pretty much. So I was able to do it, but yeah, it was very difficult at the start.
Fakya, your platform operates around relationships, trust, all this.
Yeah.
So how difficult was that to build the credibility online?
Okay, so as I mentioned about the journey, we started off very, very small, and we had we had a very close circle, and we grew at a very small pace, and we just didn't start, adding everybody. So this is how we had very reliable people who I personally knew in the community. So since the foundation was strong, then those reliable people added more further reliable people, and it was more of word of mouth. So this is why I feel that at large, compared to other communities, this community is a lot more, trustworthy, and you can have that trust and you can look for people.
Rabia, since transportation is quite male dominated part, so was there ever a part where you felt that it would be more difficult for us to build trust of others on this women led mobility startup, or for the women drivers? Was it difficult?
डिफ़िकल्ट तो है, क्योंकि विमेंस कम ही निकलती हैं बाहर और कम ही अभी इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे कम आई हैं. लेकिन अगर हम इस चीज़ को न्यूली स्टार्ट नहीं करेंगे, अवेयरनेस नहीं देंगे, तो विमेंस के अंदर वो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आएगा. और अब मुझे ऐसा लगता है जिस तरह पिंक स्कूटीज़ दी गई हैं, और जो लड़कियां अब ये कहती हैं कि मुझे अगर यूनिवर्सिटी जाना है तो व्हाई नॉट, अगर मेरे पास स्कूटी हो और मैं चलाना मुझे आता हो, तो वो अब ये ट्रेंड बढ़ता जा रहा है. और अब अवेयरनेस हम भी देंगे, और जो हमसे लिंक करते हैं हम उनको भी कहते हैं कि आप अवेयरनेस दें. जो अब बाइक राइडिंग सिखा रहे हैं वो भी वीमेंस को अवेयरनेस देते हैं कि इस प्लेटफॉर्म में आप आएंगे तो आपको ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको कोई और प्रॉब्लम हुई, आपको ऐसा लगे कि नहीं ये प्लेटफॉर्म हमारे लिए नहीं, सिर्फ मेंस के लिए. क्योंकि सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स मुझे लगता है कि सब में तो विमेन, चांद पे भी जा चुकी हैं औरतें प्लेन चला रही हैं, औरतें फोर्स में हैं, तो वो ये काम क्यों एक बीच में रह गया है हमारा. और वो काम रह नहीं गया, वो काम स्टार्ट हो गया है और काफ़ी ज़्यादा हो गया है. जिस तरह से अब स्कूटीज़, ऐसे भी स्कूटीज़ दी जा रही हैं और ऐसे भी गर्ल्स जो है वो स्कूटीज़ ले रही हैं. और अब मैं देखती हूँ कि हर जो भी कमर्शियल एरिया होता है, वहाँ एक ना एक ऐसा एक शॉप होती है जहाँ पे स्कूटीज़ अब आ गई हैं. वो इसीलिए आ गई हैं क्योंकि अब वो चीज़ बढ़ गई है. अगर वो चीज़ कम होती तो शायद ये सब कुछ इतना ज़्यादा ना फैलता. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अब ये चीज़ अवेयर हो गई है.
What's that one challenge nobody warns the founders about?
I think burnout, because आप प्लेटफॉर्म को काफ़ी टाइम से टेस्ट कर रहे होते हो, यू आर सीकिंग वैलिडेशन, आप टीम बिल्डिंग में यू आर फेलिंग लाइक अगैन एंड अगैन. तो आई थिंक वो बर्नआउट इतना ज़्यादा हो जाता है कि कभी कभी आपको लगता है कि इफ़ यू आर इन द राइट फील्ड और नॉट, इफ़ यू आर मेकिंग द राइट प्रोडक्ट्स, आपके क्वेश्चंस इतने ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं दैट burnout stays for at least like 3 to 4 months कि आपको you have to redo the product, आपको इतने ज़्यादा problems हो जाते हैं and all of that. So I think burnout is one thing के burnout.
Okay.
I think building a good team is also very difficult because, getting the right sort of people in your team. Because I think if being the founder, you're always passionate, or an entrepreneur would always be passionate. But obviously, a person who's doing a job won't be. And since things that we work on, like tourings, is very high involvement and it's so risky and like it's so sensitive, we need people who are very good. So this is, I think, one of the challenges.
For me, I think being a women entrepreneur, I have to deal with my emotions. सबसे ज़्यादा, like I have to deal with them.
Nobody warned you about it before starting?
No, like I have to make certain decisions against my emotions. So you can say like the balancing of your emotions and your decision making capability, that is pretty much challenging because you're not feeling like to do it, but you have to do it in order to to achieve something. So I think the balance, that is very challenging for me.
Rabia.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अभी हायरिंग हमें ज़्यादा हेक्टिक लग रही है क्योंकि हम उन लोगों तक पहुंच नहीं पा रहे हैं जो कि हैं यहाँ पर मौजूद, लेकिन हमें वो मिल नहीं रहे हैं अभी. तो हमें एक हेक्टिक की प्रॉब्लम लग रही है कि हमें हायरिंग का भी बहुत ज़्यादा इशू आ रहा है.
Right. So what I find interesting about all four of your startups is that they are connected to real behavioral societal problems, right? Sabah, what's that one harmful myth, I'd say, around women's health that you'd like to eliminate forever?
I think the myth that women really don't seek help. I think they do seek help. It is just that कि उसमें barriers इतने ज़्यादा आ जाते हैं that they're unable to get to resolve it for themselves. So I think I would like to break that women are not looking for help. They are looking for help, but ऐसे platforms ही नहीं है, इतने inclusive नहीं है of like allowing them to be themselves. So I think that is something that I think they're seeking help, but it is not out there कि ख़वातीन खुद नहीं आती, ख़वातीन खुद help मांगने की कोशिश नहीं कर रही, they're not showing up at their appointments and all of that. So I think that's like untrue.
Fakia, what's that biggest misconception about online communities, matchmaking online communities?
Okay, so I believe a lot of people think कि सिर्फ there are a lot of fake profiles or fraudulent जैसे activities happening. A lot of people feel that ये scam page होगा या real वो नहीं है. So yeah, this is one misconception. Secondly, a lot of people feel that we would be charging or making money out of it at some point, and so this is not happening. It's a free of cost community. So yeah, I think these are two things that people feel.
Right. Rabia, what's that one thing people don't fully understand about women commuting in Pakistan?
बहुत ज़्यादा हमें एक्सपेंड करना पड़ रहा है, बहुत ज़्यादा हमें मिलना पड़ रहा है लोगों से, उनको ये चीज़ बतानी पड़ रही है कि व्हाट इज़ सफ़ीरा क्यों है, क्या मकसद है हमारा ये करने का, और अगर हम कर रहे हैं तो ये उनको मतलब आगे लोगों को ये भी लगता है कि शायद ये चीज़ नहीं सही है या ये चीज़ नहीं चल सकेगी आगे. और भी बहुत सारे ऐसे स्टार्टअप्स और भी बहुत सारे ऐसी कोशिशें हुई थी तो वो नहीं चल सकी और वेमेंस ये नहीं कर सकती. तो लेकिन हम ये सोचते हैं कि अगर किसी भी चीज़ के साथ काम किया जाए, और अगर वेमेंस के ऊपर काम आजकल वेमेंस खुद भी बहुत कोशिश कर रही हैं, जो कि हमारी पहले की ख़वातीन ऐसे नहीं करती थी कि अगर कोई नया काम है या कोई नई चीज़ है तो वो उस पर नहीं सोचती थी. अब उनका बस एक ही पर्पस था कि जो ये ज़िंदगी चल रही है वो वैसी ठीक है. तो लेकिन अब मुझे लगता है कि सारी जो भी अब यूनिवर्सिटी कॉलेजेस में जो लड़कियां हैं, जो आगे जनरेशन हमारी बढ़ रही है, तो उसको हर चीज़ में उसको जो नई चीज़ है वो उसको कोशिश करते हैं कि हाँ ये है क्या. जो भी नए स्टार्टअप्स अब चल रहे हैं तो वो ऐसा नहीं है कि वो आगे नहीं चल पा रहे. जो भी नई कोशिश कर रहा है उसको लोग अप्रिशिएट भी कर रहे हैं, उसको यूज़ भी कर रहे हैं और उसमें मतलब पार्टिसिपेट भी कर रहे हैं.
Dua, companies talk a lot about sustainability now. Okay,
Yeah.
wherever you go, you'll hear this word sustainability. आपका platform कितना sustainable है, किस तरह sustainable रहेगा. So we hear this a lot, right? So what's that? I'd say biggest misconception regarding the ESG.
So the misconception that the businesses have is that they don't need such tool. They're not ready to invest in this product. They're saying that if they're generating any waste, so it's fine. So we are here to aware them, to give them this awareness that they need this tool in order for the environment to be sustainable. You cannot just release any toxic gas in the environment and consider that it's fine, it's okay to destroy your livestock and all of those, your air and everything. You cannot do that. So that's why I think this misconception needs to be eliminated from these businesses sector. They need to provide these non-financial reports to the government in order to ensure that they are compliant and that they are following those sustainability goals.
So I'll open this question to everyone here. Do you think that the startups in Pakistan right now currently are solving deeper societal problems, like compared to what they used to before? Do you guys think so?
I think over time, startup culture has generally it's booming, and not just startups, even entrepreneurs, like small businesses have started coming up, and like generally, so it's happening everywhere. And I feel that a lot of people are trying. Previously, people would just graduate and opt for jobs, but now there are people who are taking these. This is a risk, right? But they're up for it. They're trying, and they try to come up with something which is everyday. Like which was never done before. So there are projects which are very new, and I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah, actually, being a startup, our basic aim is to help help those industries, is to help that businesses to to follow their operations. For example, we provide them with the products, with those technology. We want to digitalize everything, and we want to to create them a product or a workflow solution that will help them grow. So I think that yes, startups and all of those mini projects, or you can say products, they are changing this world, and they are showing some progress day by day.
I think with like the help of incubation center and accelerator programs, a lot of these problems are being identified, and university students, even if they see a problem, they're working on it, like some way or the other, even on a very small scale. University students, like I remember our university assignment was that we were working on traffic problems, कि हम उसको कैसे resolve करते हैं, and we were able to resolve at least the हमारी university like within the vicinity,
boundaries, yeah.
we were able to resolve it. So I think it comes from a lot of personal experiences, and especially people are actually started doing something about it. So that's like very good कि कोई problem दिखाई दिया, they're working on it कि हम इसको कैसे resolve कर सकते हैं, and I think that that's where they're coming up with good businesses as well.
यस ऑफ कोर्स, मुझे भी यही मैं इन सबसे यही मुझे भी ये बात सही लगी है कि सारे जो स्टार्टअप्स हैं वो एक कोई प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग की जो गैप इस सोसाइटी में चल रहा है वो वही सोच सकते हैं जो उस प्रॉब्लम्स को फेस कर रहे होते हैं, तो फिर वो कहते हैं कि इसका हल हम निकाल लेते हैं हम, और फिर हमारी कोई एक टीम बना लें हम, और उसको फिर हम उसको सॉल्व करें. ऐसा भी होता है कि 2-3 स्टार्टअप्स जो है वो एक दूसरे की हेल्प करते हैं कि आप भी हमारे साथ इंगेज हो सकते हैं, आपकी भी वही प्रॉब्लम है जो हमारी है. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अब जो छोटे छोटे स्टार्टअप्स हैं वो जो और गैप्स रह गए हैं बड़ी इंडस्ट्रीज़ के अलावा, तो वो बाकी स्टार्टअप जो है वो उसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करते हैं, और यकीनन वो कर भी लेते हैं.
Do users care about purpose-driven brands these days? What do you guys think?
To some extent, yes, they do. So like people do support initiatives and products and services which have a meaning, or which are yeah, so I feel so.
I think yes. I think especially when like I'm trying to reach out to women, and they do know that globally there are such initiatives who are available to them, but when they see that it's made in Pakistan, it's locally available to you, if I become part of this platform, I will be able to maybe reduce cost for other women as well. If we are at a platform के जिसमें ज़्यादा लोग हैं, and we are like growing with a community, I think they are much more like aware about it. They're doing something about it कि ठीक है अब हमें इसी चीज़ पे रहना है, हमें locally we need to like make our own brand. So I think very मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा purpose driven decision ही होता है उनका कि we need to be part of it.
Yeah, true. I agree with both of them. I think there's
Yes.
Right. So let's talk about the realities behind the startup life. Okay, social media often shows it as like very glamorous, and we often talk that entrepreneurship is romanticized, right? But it comes with like a lot of challenges, and so what has been the hardest moment so far as a founder for you guys?
So I feel with my last job, I had a regional role where I was looking after partnerships for the entire Middle East region as well as Pakistan. So it was like a senior role, and it was a senior position. And quitting the job and coming to a life where there's no paycheck itself is a challenge. And then when you're working for a certain organization, or when generally working, you're earning and your life is structured. I have to work 9 to 5 and I will get this money, and this is how my life is going to be. With entrepreneurship, there is no schedule. You're working your nights, when you're working whenever you have time. Whenever your hobby is your work, and work is hobby, so it's and there's no paycheck. So I mean, I think all of us would agree that it's not easy. So entrepreneurship and getting into a startup is not easy.
Yeah, we just glorify it that it's a 9 to 5 job. We're our own boss. We can do whatever we want, but it's not true. I mean, it's really not true. You have to work 24 hours, maybe more than that. You're not able to sleep. You're not able to do anything because you owe that mini baby that you're carrying with yourself, and you have to make it grow.
Also, I'd like to add, like how we say, we're our own boss, like from what she just said, we're our own boss, but then we're doing every little chore, like we're doing every little thing. We're doing every little thing on our own. So every department is basically micromanaged by our own, or at times we're the ones doing everything because we don't have a big team. So that way it's not easy.
That's right. That's right.
I think paycheck. I think already if you have a structured life like she mentioned, तो आपको बहुत ज़्यादा होता है कि I can buy this, I have the power to do this, I can go out, I can do all of this. But for like straight 2-3 years not being able to do that, I think that's like really like something that like puts you down कि नहीं यार.
That's right.
जी मुझे भी यही लगता है कि हमारे पास अभी ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें स्ट्रगल सारी खुद ही करनी पड़ी है और हमारे पास अभी बहुत ज़्यादा वसाइल नहीं है, तो वो हमें थोड़ी एक चैलेंज फील होता है कि सारे काम भी करने हैं और सारी प्रॉब्लम्स भी हमें ही फेस करनी है, और एज सच कोई सपोर्ट इतनी ज़्यादा स्टार्टिंग में नहीं होती, लेकिन आगे जाके जो यकीनन होनी है.
It's a hat that you wear and then you're on your toes all the time. I don't know why. 24/7 you're working. There's no day and night.
Wow, you have your own startup. Oh my God, your own business. Wow. They'll be like, yeah.
And when they see you,
Yeah, nobody can actually tell them the chaos the founders are, facing behind the scenes.
And you're so scared. Like, I'm sure every startup or any founder or any business owner, I'm sure at heart, they would be scared. They are, to some extent, there's a lot of uncertainty. You're not sure about anything. And there's so much that has to come your way, and you don't even know what's coming tomorrow, or like maybe what am I going to wake up with, like what sort of problems, or because if you have a small business, there are teething issues and there are many sort
and you
of
have to be very composed. You cannot show your feelings, you cannot show your
you need-
expressions, and like you cannot create a stress on the company because you know what's going on inside, and you just have to fight all the battles yourself.
That's so right. You need to run the team, so you of course-
Exactly, you have to be a strong pillar, and that's it.
And then, I have this feeling, I don't know why, I also discussed this with Miral in the last episode. I said to her that, being the founder or, sorry, not also the founder, but the team lead, you can say, or something. So I don't know why it happens that you can never see the work you want exactly being happened, being done by the team member. And you would always find like, नहीं, you नहीं तो ऐसे करना था, तो वो वाला part जो है ना, वो it always hits you, it keeps hitting you. You're like, you have to
because
see.
getting rid of that, because you then micromanage, so like getting rid of that feeling, or like sort of वो जो आपको एक OCD होता है, or like maybe you want to get it done your way. It's a very difficult battle because you need to sort of get it done, because you need to sort of trust others, and like in order to grow and scale up, you need to sort of have a team. So yeah, this is why I mentioned team building for me feels very difficult, because
But the one thing that we have to keep in our mind is that the things should be done rather than you should wait for them to become perfect.
Yeah.
Nothing can be perfect. So that was the most challenging thing for me to make myself understand that it's okay, Dua, it's okay if this is not perfect. At least it's done. You can show it to the client. You can deliver it, and let's just wait for his opinions. And you cannot make everything perfect. So that's it. I think we should not wait for it to get perfect. Just deliver it, get it done, get rid of it, and that's
I think handling the people part is very challenging. That's one of the most challenging things we don't often think about, but in entrepreneurship, this is one of the most difficult area.
I think I don't know how many of us could relate to this. I think that's true कि हमें एक point आता है कि we be like कि यहाँ पे they are not delivering as such कि हमें जैसा चाहिए, but also they don't see the vision as you do, because you have like put a lot of hours into the business, so you be like subconsciously you be like she's not putting in the same amount of like passion in this.
And it cannot be done.
And it cannot be
They can
done.
never do that.
You cannot do anything about it, but then again it always like it's the second thought, and it's always there that maybe she's not as driven as me, maybe he's not as driven as
so honestly, जो बहुत mocked upon Setia culture है, like you know people are like, oh, it's a Setia organization. Being an entrepreneur, I sort of understand what the Set goes through, and like you know how you know
comparing yourself to the Set now.
No. So no, I'm not. But you know, I would never go for things that. But having worked for different 8 or 9 organizations, and you know knowing how bosses react and how owners react and how private organizations versus states, I'm just saying I sort of understand what the pain points are, and when we're working we do not realize how I would never justify the Setia culture. I hate it. Sorry if there is, but I'm just saying that I sort of understand being the owner. There's so many things that you're really passionate about, or you really you want them to be in a certain way, but then obviously somebody doing a job for you will never feel that way, and you cannot expect them to feel that way. So it's okay. I mean, I'm justifying like both the.
You have to, because see, you cannot be an expert at everything.
You have to hire people, and if you're growing, you need to trust people, and you have to sort of.
You have to. Otherwise, you cannot scale.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do that part as well, then who's gonna think about the
strategizing and like
who
growing
who
and all
would
that?
think about the
Yeah,
strategies, how to go further. So yeah, again, I agree with each one of you here. Sabah, what's emotionally difficult working in the women's healthcare?
I think not being able to help them. Like a lot of the times I know कि मुझे इनको क्या बताना है, and just because I don't come from the same background, like I am not I have not done MBBS, or maybe like I'm not the person to talk to them, but I think just being able to tell them कि this is where you can go and get support. So I think emotionally that's like very unsettling for me कि एक दफ़ा खुद को रोकना पड़ता है कि okay, I need to get her in touch with somebody else who is more able to help her, and then unfortunately in most cases they're unable to get to that thing कि hospital जाना है तो कैसे जाएंगे. So that is one barrier for us. So we'll just let go of this problem. We'll see it when it like becomes more rigid. So I think that's like very unsettling for me and very upsetting at the same time.
Right. Fakia, how do you handle criticism and the trust related issues online?
So yeah, there are a lot of people who would come and be like, who would tell you so many things, like so many people, and then there are so many communities which have tried to copy Turing. So like if you search up Turing on Facebook, you'll find at least I think 200 communities named Turings. So like there has been so much that like then people would not know if it's the right community. They would post in that community. Somebody I know shared pictures with the admin of some community named Turings. This is why I renamed it to Turings by Fakia Khan. And now, so like there was somebody else who made this community. They would take pictures from girls as well as money. So like 25,000 rupees. And then be like post kar denge. And then they would eventually block those users. It happened with 2-3 people. And they, after, because they were blocked, they reached out to me somehow. And then they're like, wo aapki team se kisi ne, somebody reached out and they took money. And they took out pictures. I said, I have no team. And is this the community you're talking about? Nahin, wo to dusri community thi. So, this is something that happens. So, this is why we also want to scale up into an app, because there's so many people who can replicate on Facebook. So, yeah.
That's so true. Dua, what's harder, building the product or educating the market?
Educating the market, definitely, yeah. Because I think in this era, nothing is impossible. You can build everything if you want. But you need to build the right thing, and that right thing will be dictated by the client, right? The customer doesn't know himself what he wants to build. He expects you to, to design his workflows and correct his operations and do all of that education stuff, and then we just build them the product that they need. They just have some dreams or some khahishat jinko they want you to design it. So I think that part is the most difficult for me. Like sitting with the clients and, just getting inside their minds, and I just have to pull out all the information myself and then give it to my development team so that they can design as per their expectations. So I think, I just want them to be educated enough so that they know how to operate. They should be knowing their own structure. I won't be there to help them in that, so that's...
That's right. Rabia, what operational challenge shocked you the most while building this mobility infrastructure?
बहुत सारे challenges अभी हम लोग face कर रहे हैं, like team building है, और women's hire करने का है, और women's तक पहुंचने का है कि कहाँ कहाँ women's हैं, किस किस को ज़रूरत है, और क्या वो उनको ये सब चीज़ें चाहिए या ये सब चीज़ें हम सिखाएं उनको. तो हमने सब चीज़ें ही ऑन कर ली हैं कि हम सिखाएंगे भी, हम बताएंगे भी, हम जॉब्स भी देंगे, हम इस ऐप पर भी आपको लेकर आएंगे. आपको पार्ट टाइम करनी है पार्ट टाइम करें आप, आपको फुल टाइम करनी है फुल टाइम. तो हर चीज़ हमने इसमें डाल दी है कि हमें किसी किस्म का उनको बैरियर ना आए हमारी तरफ से, कि वो जिस चीज़ को भी प्रॉब्लम्स बोलेंगी हम उसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं.
So what keeps you going during difficult phase?
For me, it's always a successful story. Like if somebody comes up to me, and it happens often, you know, okay, we got married through tourings, we met through tourings. It's such a push. It's I think it's the only motivation which is, you know, helped me grow tourings into what it is today, because no money was involved, no other thing was involved, right? So it was just this, that people would be like, you know, they would pray for me, they'd say good things about, you know, they're like, we're so happy that we found somebody for our child, for their daughters, for their sisters, for their brothers. So they're like, you know, bahut duaएं, and they'd be like, you know, we're so happy and हम आपके लिए इतनी दुआ कर रहे हैं, अल्लाह आपको उसका अजर दे, and all of that, and it made me so happy. So I think, you know, what started as a community and help for people, and, you know, sadqa jari and all that, has really become that one place where people put in their trust, and then they tell me कि हमारा हुआ है, हमने किसी का सुना, हमारी family में किसी की शादी हुई है, this and that. So like that really, you know, I think motivates me and keeps me going.
I think for me, it is being surrounded by other women entrepreneurs, seeing their journey. I think it really inspires me. I think how far they've come in life, what were the challenges that they were able to cope with. So I think that is it's something कि मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. I really like being surrounded by other women entrepreneurs. So I know exactly what I need to do and where I need to get support from or help from.
I just want to become an inspiration for all the young women entrepreneurs. I just want every girl to look at me and feel that if she can do it, I can do it. So that's it.
मैं भी यही एग्री करती हूँ कि सारी विमेंस को बस एम्पावर हो, वो कोई भी काम करें, उनको ये लगे कि हम सिर्फ एक ही काम नहीं कर रहे अपनी लाइफ में, हमारी कोई अपनी पहचान भी है. तो सारी विमेंस को की यही ख्वाहिश है कि हमारी एक अपनी कोई आइडेंटिटी हो. तो ये हमें मोटिवेशन, सब एम्पावरमेंट ही देती है एक विमेन को, तो ये एक मोटिवेशन है.
I want to end this on a hopeful note, of course. Each one of you is building something great in Pakistan. Great startup, amazing startups. Asaba, what future do you imagine for women's healthcare in Pakistan?
I think where all of them are able to get the support they need. I think within like an hour or so. I think time is one critical part के जहाँ पे women really struggle कि if they haven't gotten the support within immediately, like within 24 hours, that's where it gets very like difficult. They need to immediately get to the emergencies and all of that. So I think being able to get the support within 1 hour, I think that's the dream come true. That would be dream come true in women healthcare के within an hour they are able to get the support they want. So that's something for me.
Fakia, how do you think that relationships and matchmaking will evolve digitally?
So I think it already has. Over the past few years, people have started trusting other platforms. Previously, ये था कि, you know, you would just rely on one rishta aunty or some proposal that your father, like somebody your father knows or your mother knows, or somebody in your circle or in your relatives. But now people understand the importance of sort of looking around for the perfect sort of match, or like the right match, if not perfect. I don't think anything in life is completely perfect, but I feel that, you know, now people because they've started using social media for so many things, and like access to internet and information is so common. This is why nobody feels bad about looking for a partner online. So I think it is growing and growing rapidly.
Dua and Rabia, what would you like to say to women who want to start something but are afraid of?
Just one thing, they just start before it's fully ready, start before it's perfect. Just go with it and believe in Allah, and you will ace it.
यस मुझे भी ये लगता है कि अगर एक औरत कोई भी काम का सोच ले तो वो ज़रूर उस काम को आगे बढ़ाती है और वो ज़रूर उस काम को करके ही रहती है.
Okay, so we'll do a quick fire round with you guys. Okay, so no overthinking, nothing. You guys have to be really quick with the answers here. All right. Okay. Biggest startup myth.
I think if it's cheap, it's not good.
I think it would be कि funding बहुत जल्दी मिल जाती है.
नहीं, फंडिंग बिल्कुल भी जल्दी नहीं मिलती है.
Okay, so biggest myth around a startup that you'll gain trust easily.
Coffee or chai during work mode?
Chai.
Coffee.
None. I don't take
Chai.
coffee and chai. So
Okay. One application you cannot live without.
फेसबुक.
WhatsApp.
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram too.
Team meetings or solo work?
Solo work.
Solo.
One word that describes the startup life.
Hectic.
Busy.
Glorified.
One productivity hack.
Do it at night.
Yeah, I
True,
agree.
I
When the
agree.
kids are sleeping, I would work at
Everywhere
night.
at night. True.
यस.
Most chaotic founder moment.
Whenever it's the day, like I do exhibitions and stuff, so like whenever it's quick, you have to do everything yourself. So like
Stand-up meetings.
I think decide between two meetings which one you have to take if the opportunity comes on the
Yes.
same day.
ऑल द अपॉर्चुनिटीज सेम डे और सेम टाइमिंग्स, तो उसको मैनेज करना मुश्किल है.
Morning bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Night
नाइट
owl.
आउट.
What's something women normalize but shouldn't?
I think pain.
Great answer. Fakya, what's funniest thing you've seen in matchmaking culture?
people expect everything in one person. So like आप जो भी हो आपने सब कुछ आपको चाहिए, like not looking at your
Oh, I
own
got you,
self and like asking for somebody just absolutely perfect.
Dua, corporate meetings or startup chaos?
Startup chaos.
Which founder would survive best in crisis?
I think we built in crisis so anybody of us can.
I
Can
can
survive.
do that. I can do that. Like I've
all can.
survived
I
for
think
6
we all
months.
can. I think
Yeah.
Which industry is the hardest to build in?
Manufacturing.
healthcare.
Tech.
Tech.
What's more difficult, users, investors, or team?
Investors.
Users.
Investors.
Users.
Yes.
Team.
One thing society pressures women founders unnecessarily.
That you cannot do it because you're a woman.
Yeah.
Yes. You are busy women
Underestimating
or
their-
your mother.
Have any one of you ever wanted to quit?
Never.
No, never.
Not really.
Never?
Never.
Nice. Amazing founders we have right now.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much, guys, for coming over and joining us today.
Thank you for having
you
us.
so
It was
much for
lovely
having
meeting you.
us.
So this conversation proves that innovation is not limited to one type of founder, one industry, or one background. Whether it's healthcare, mobility, communities, or SaaS enterprises, these women are building solutions that matter. Thank you so much to each one of you for joining us today and for sharing your vision, your stories, your challenges with us. And thanks to NIC Karachi for supporting these incredible women founders. Thank you for watching us. Keep shining, keep building, keep leading with heart. Take care. Allah Hafiz.